And everybody's muted. Good. So just take a second to kind of set up your space, get comfy. Nothing special tonight. This will be a neck-friendly practice, so I don't even really go into any bridges or anything tonight. So just your mat. Just start to arrive. If you've chosen to start the playlist, or if you're watching this recorded later, it's the Hope and Peace playlist. I was just saying to one of y'all, it feels like there's some hope in the air right now. So just take a second just to notice your breath, notice your body. I'm just beginning to link up a little bit of pace breathing. So breathing in for 4 and out for 4. In for 4, out for 4. In for 4, out for 4. In for 4 and out for 4. One more time, in for 4 and out for 4. Breathing your arms up to the sky. Interlace your palm or your fingers, turn your palms upward. And exhale to the left. Inhale, center and right. Inhale, center. Let your hands come down and then clasp your hands behind your back. Just bring your chest forward, pull your shoulders back, and just stretch. And on an exhale, bring your hands back to your lap. Inhale your right arm up and over, and just stretch it over your head, kind of stretching out your side body really gentle. Inhale up and exhale it back down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring it over to the side, just stretching out your side body gently. Inhale it up and exhale it back down. Inhale into cat. So chest lifts, heart lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, round over cow. 2 more times on your own breath. Inhale, cat. And exhale to cow. 1 more round. And coming back to center. Inhaling big and exhale. Begin to make circles with your body. Exhaling on the way down. Inhaling up. Let's do 3 rounds this direction. And when you get to the top, exhale the other direction. And inhale up. Making 2 more rounds of this. And coming back to center. Inhaling your arms up. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Looking over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. 1 last round. And hands come back down to your knees. Taking a second just to see if anything else needs to warm up, if it's your wrists, if it is your neck, if it's your shoulders, whatever might need just a little bit of love or care or attention right now. And then whenever you have moved that, just coming back to center. And we're gonna just try a little bit different breathing technique than we've done in a while. So Kapalabhati, so it's kind of known as the breath of fire. So we breathe, inhale slowly through our nose. And then we exhale with a sharp exhale, pulling our navel to our spine. Just pushing it all out in one fell swoop. Now, if you're pregnant, if you have heart problems, if you have abdominal problems, don't do this, just breathe normal. But if you'd like to try it, we're gonna do this for 10 rounds. So breathing in, exhale, just bringing navel to spine really quick. Inhale. And then when you've reached your 10th breath, just returning to normal for a minute. And just notice what's going on. If anything came up while you're breathing that way, it's an energizing breath. So just get curious about what it did for you. And then just take some time to set an intention for your practice. Again, it's just a way that you're going to show up today for yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. Maybe something you want to focus on, a word or a phrase. And then when you have that in your mind, just coming over onto all fours. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's take a second to get adjusted. And just making some circles with your body. So you can kind of like we do when we're seated with our hips, just coming back and up. So exhale would be kind of sinking back. An inhale would be you're coming up. You're just making some circles with your hips, your wrists. And then you can switch directions whenever it feels right to you. And just staying with your breath. And coming back to center whenever it feels right. And inhale, chest lifts, head lifts, cat. Exhale, round over and really push up through your hands and shoulders into cow. Inhale the other way, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale. Exhale. Really accentuating that stretch. 2 more rounds. Coming back to center. Put some more weight onto your left hand and stretch out your right hand and left foot, really balancing and coming back down on the exhale. Inhale, left hand, right foot, and exhale, coming back down. Inhale, switch sides, coming up, left foot, right hand. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, left hand, right foot. And exhale, coming down. And just take this for another round. Even yourself up. I can't remember where we started. I think we started with right hand. But just take another round until you're even. And whenever you're done with your round, coming back to all fours, widening the knees out just a little bit and sinking back into a child's pose. Letting yourself rest wherever it feels right to you, on your forearms, with your arms stretched out, with your arms beside you, hands under your head, whatever feels right. But really sink into it. And we're going to stay here for about 10 rounds of a breath. And whenever you've reached your 10th breath, just adjusting so you can stay in child's pose, but open up your side body. Bringing one arm to the ceiling. And exhale, threading the needle, bringing it under and through and coming down on that shoulder, palm up. And just sinking into this. And coming back to center. Adjusting however you need to and opening up on the other side. Inhale and exhale, threading the needle, coming down on that other shoulder, palm up. Really sinking into it. And coming back to center, taking one last child's pose where you really stretch your arms out over your head, maybe even tent your fingers up just to feel that stretch through your shoulders, your traps, and your lats. And on an exhale, coming back to all fours. Getting in a readjusting if you need to. And then tipping your toes as we prepare for downward facing dog, making sure that your wrists are under your shoulders, your fingers are really grippy on the mat. And on an exhale, feeling an imaginary rope pulling your tailbone up to the sky. Just walking it out if you need to, just to wake everything up. And looking forward to the top of your mat. And exhale, getting to the top of your mat however you'd like. If you want to take some steps, you can come up here. If you want to jump, if you want to float, whatever you'd like. And coming into a forward fold. Remembering to bend your knees at however much you need to bring your belly to your thighs. And then hinging at the hips, coming all the way up, grabbing for the sun. And exhale, hands to heart center. Just taking a second just to check in with your body. Just noticing what's going on. Checking in with whatever moved during that first segment. And on an inhale, inhaling your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Hands can come to your shins if it supports it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hinge at the hips, grow really tall, reach up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Another round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hinge at the hips, growing tall, grabbing for the sun. Exhale, hands to heart center. One last round. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hinge at the hips, growing tall, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Keeping your right foot facing forward. Take your left foot and step wide, warrior two. So we're looking for the heel of our front foot to bisect the arch of our back foot. Checking your hips, kind of making sure you feel in alignment. And then inhale your arms up to a T and looking forward over that front hand, strong gaze. Flip the front hand up. Exhale, come back into reverse warrior. So back hand comes down the body, front hand comes over. And exhale back to warrior two. Inhale that front arm up again. Exhale, come into extended side angle. So your arm can be on your front thigh and back arm comes over your head. And inhale back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg and bring that front hand down to the ankle. Back arm comes up. Open up into a twist. And exhale, that arm comes down to meet your ankle also. And then turn the feet towards the front, walking your hands towards the long end of the mat. And just hang out here in a forward fold. You can come all the way down if you want to. You can ragdoll your arms. You can clasp them behind you, whatever feels right. But just really settling into that wide-legged forward fold. Two more breaths. And hands come to hips, hinging at the hips, coming all the way up to standing. Let your shoulders roll back. In this class, we're calling this our Wonder Woman pose. And then turning your left foot, so it's facing the opposite direction, keeping your right foot parallel. And just get in alignment. Again, you want that front heel to be bisecting the back arch. And come down into warrior two, arms up into a T. Strong gaze over the front hand. Inhale, flip the palm up. Exhale, that arm comes up, back arm comes down, reverse warrior. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, extended side angle. Hand comes to rest on the front thigh. Arm comes up and over. Inhale, back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, bring your left hand down to your left ankle. Right arm comes up to the sky. And exhale, it comes down to meet your left hand. And walk everything to the long edge of the mat, turning your feet and coming into another wide-legged forward fold. And feel free to try something different here if you'd like to. You can kind of come up into almost like a halfway lengthen kind of situation. You can put your hands behind your back, whatever feels right and different. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Hands to your hips, hinge at the hips coming up, rolling shoulders back, Wonder Woman. And exhale, stepping your feet together and just stay in connection with your heart, your stomach, or maybe your hands at heart center, whatever feels right to you, but just connect with your body and check in for a second. Pay attention to your breath. Pay attention to anything that shifted, anything that's stuck. And have some awareness from the top of your head all the way down your feet. And in that awareness, just checking in with the different parts of your body, these different major organs, any feelings, any sensations, emotion. Just some curiosity and awareness. And once you have that, just taking your arms up again and exhale into a forward fold. And this time, put your hands on the ground and step back into a plank or back onto your knees. If you're in a plank, then just lower down all the way to the ground. And adjust so you have enough room so that your hands and your feet can both come up. So I'm gonna have to scooch back a little bit. And keeping your arms straight over your head, so kind of like you're Superman right now. On an inhale, bring both arms, both legs up. And exhale back to the ground. I'm gonna do this 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And just rest here for a second. And as you just rest here, just get in touch with your breath. Just notice what it feels like to rest and be held. And whenever that feels complete and you just notice that feeling of being held, we're just going to push up onto our seat. So however you want to get there, coming into all fours and scooching around, rolling over, whatever fits for you. Just coming into an easy seat. And really growing tall, feeling your connection from the mat to the ground, and feeling that line of energy all the way up through your crown. And then stretching one leg out, seated tree. So if that foot remains active, so it's flexed, and bringing the other leg into this thigh or this calf, whatever feels better. Growing tall here again. These postures really give us that chance to align everything that's considered in our energy system, our chakra system, or vagus nerve if you're looking at it through a science lens. And bringing, if whatever leg is bent, so this is my left leg, so I'm going to take my left arm behind me and kickstand it behind and kind of lean on it for a second. And inhale, coming up into a bridge. And just stretching over. And then exhale, coming back down. 2 more times, just breathing in as you come up, however far you want to come. And exhale down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Bringing that back arm up and over. And exhaling to your ankle. Just breathing, relaxing, and releasing over this outstretched leg, however much you want to. Just staying with this for a couple breaths. Coming up to seated. And switching legs. Seated tree on the opposite side. Again, growing your torso tall, giving that opportunity and space for everything to be in alignment. And then kickstanding your arm behind the bent leg. Settling back on it just for a second. And then inhaling the opposite arm up into a bridge. And exhale, coming back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale that back arm up and over. And exhale to your outstretched ankle. Just rest here for a couple breaths. Releasing. And coming up on your next breath. Bringing both feet together, soles of your feet together. Bringing them in as close as you would like. Growing tall once again. And exhale, just bending over, even just a tiny amount. You don't have to force yourself to go all the way down to the ground. Just a little bend can be enough to get into your hips. And just release. Using your breath to just act as that vehicle that moves through your body. Everything we open up through each of these postures, our breath is that thing that then clears it out. Like, it's kind of the nature of pairing that breath with movement. So if we hold a lot in our hips because we have a lot of grief or struggle a lot with our boundaries or our feeling of belonging, we're just opening up the space and we're letting our breath and our energy just kind of move whatever it needs to out of the space. Same with it for a few more breaths. And coming up on your next breath. And stretching your legs in front of you. So both in front of you, feet flexed. Growing tall again here. And exhale, just walking our fingertips towards our feet, coming over any amount. Right here is fine. You could stay right here. If you're feeling it in kind of the top of your glutes, your hamstrings, your low back, perfect. If you need more sensation or want to come over more, you can pull yourself down more. You can let your head hang, whatever gives you the sensation you desire. Just release. And inhaling back up to center. And bending a right knee and crossing it over our left. So you can hang out right here just like this and twist over towards the left as well. Or if you need more sensation, you can bend the outstretched leg, bring it in. Just gazing over your left shoulder, really looking to feel that twist. And also for me, I'm feeling it definitely in my left IT band, so kind of the side of your thigh. Staying with it for just a few more breaths. And then inhaling back forward, untwisting. You move around a little bit if it felt like you're kind of a pretzel. And then bending your left leg, crossing it over the right. And again, you can bring in this leg if you'd like, or you can keep it outstretched. And just twisting over the right side. Again, just staying with this for a couple rounds of breath. And inhaling and coming back around to center, stretching it out. And just take a second here before we move headed down onto the mat, just to check in and see if there's anything your body needs, anything it's telling you, anything that you're noticing right now, just kind of taking stock. Noticing your breath also. Whenever you feel ready, it's coming around so you can sit on your seat and start to move down your mat. So just staying right here with your knees bent, tall spine. And then exhale, I invite you to move down. So you're kind of gauging your abs a little bit. You're just coming down halfway. And then inhaling, coming back up. Now you can do just this for the next couple rounds. We're going to link it with breath. Or if you want to pick your feet up, if that gives you more sensation to do it that way, feel free, whatever you need. So on an exhale, we're going to come down for a count of 4. Then inhaling, coming up for a count of 4. It's okay if it's not perfect. Exhale, coming down for 4. Inhaling for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhaling for 4. And this time, just come all the way down. And just doing whatever you need to take care of your body right now. If that's moving your knees or bending them or keeping them straight, whatever you need, just kind of listening to your body. And whenever you're ready, keeping your knees bent, taking your left leg and crossing it over your right leg. You can stay right here. If you need more sensation, you can gently push on your left thigh. If you need more sensation, you can bring in your right hamstring. But whatever you want or need, just really listening to it and then preparing to settle in for 10 rounds of breath. Uncrossing your legs, getting readjusted. Inhaling your right leg up and crossing it over your left. And again, just seeing what sensation you need. Maybe you need a little more, maybe you need a little less. Just listening to your body. And settling in for 10 breaths. And when that's complete, just uncrossing and getting adjusted just for some twisting. So your feet can be out or they can be bent. If they're bent, just picking your hips up and dropping them over about an inch to the left. So you're coming down on your right hip a little more strongly and letting your knees fold over to the right. And you can look over the opposite side and outstretch your arms and staying with this for 10 breaths. And coming back to center, straightening your hips out. Inhaling, picking them up and dropping them over to the left, letting your knees fall to the left as well. Looking over the right if that feels right to you. Settling in for 10 breaths. And coming back to center. And one last, just an opportunity for a light inversion before we go into Shavasana. So you can bring your legs up a wall or over a chair, or if you want to stay here, you can just bring your legs up into the air, feet flexed, whatever fits for you. You can put a block under your sacrum if that lifts you up just a little bit more, whatever works. But finding what you want to do, getting settled into it. And just releasing for 10 cycles of breath. And really the intention, like I say every week, is just for lymphatic drainage, but also for energy clearing. So everything is flowing back to our torso where our energy center can do its work to move it through everything we just stirred up, everything you've been carrying from the week. Just another way to support our body and clearing some space. And then coming back down whenever you feel ready. Grabbing anything you might need for Shavasana. If you need to turn the lights off, if you need a blanket, a pillow, bolster. Getting comfy, getting settled. Just taking your time just to kind of settle in, be still. Taking one big exhale to let out anything else your body's holding on to. And then taking up space with your legs, with your arms, and just sinking into the next couple of minutes of Shavasana. Starting to come back into some awareness. Moving fingers and toes, deepening your breath. Just taking some time to get wherever you want to go, rolling over onto your side if you want to, just to reawaken. And only when you're ready, gently moving up into a seated position. And coming into a seated position, we're just going to try a nervous system reset technique if you are interested and willing, just to kind of close out our practice. So I'm going to take my glasses off for this. Can you guys hear me? My earphone died halfway through that. Okay, I'm going to scoot closer. Can you hear me okay up here? Okay. So starting with just your hands over your eyes, so your fingertips are just over your hairline. And just really putting a little bit of pressure right there and just breathing and trying to just feel that sense of peace that we get during Shavasana. And then taking your fingertips after that feels complete and moving them around your ears like you're pushing your hair behind your ears and gently bringing them down your neck, your shoulders, and around, and just letting your hands rest on your heart. And again, just kind of feeling that feeling we get in Shavasana, just very centered and calm. And then again, hands over eyes. Just a little bit of pressure. Just really seeking out that feeling. And then bringing our fingers back around our ears, down our neck, down our shoulders, around. And again, just focusing in on the heart and just feeling that calm. And then one more time at your own pace. So hands overhead, gentle pressure. And then when you're ready, just taking your hands over and around, down your shoulders, and landing on your heart. And then hands come back down to your knees. This is a fight or flight reset. So especially if you live your life in a lot of panic, this is a quick one to kind of bring your nervous system back under control. There's a bunch of pressure points there. So anytime you need that throughout the week, use it. And hopefully that helps support just everything being really calm. And so just our last closer. So inhale, arms up, and hands come down to heart center. And the badass in me bows with deep, deep gratitude to the badass in you. We are one. Namaste.